HTJ.tax, the international tax firm for 6, 7, and 8-figure investors and entrepreneurs who are living that international life. Are you ready?
So first question to Joe is asking, has there been any updates on the US moving to an RBT system? I'm assuming, Joe, you mean residence-based taxation. There have been, and there will continue to be challenges, whether it's politicians posturing or legal positions being adopted or legal action being taken and whatever. But the long and short is, I doubt that will ever happen. I know there are people who are strongly advocating the opposite. Maybe they have political motives. We're not into politics. We just call it like we see it. If it is, you actually take a step back and look at what's going on the macro level, not just in the US, but globally. The tax landscape is obviously evolving, right? And more countries are actually moving towards global reach. Transparency is now the norm. The days of being able to hide are long gone for those who take this seriously. And then a lot of countries, especially the wealthier countries, are looking for tax as a means of plugging holes in their balance sheets, which have been caused by a lot of factors, including the health crisis that we've been going through over the past couple of years. So there's a need for revenue collection. There's a movement to seeing data as super important. When you look at the U.S. tax code in particular, with international taxes, it's less about revenue collection and it's more about data collection. We know this because when we look at the penalties that are applied, weirdly enough, the harshest penalties are for non-disclosure of international positions, transactions, investments, as opposed to not just paying your taxes. So if you don't disclose some sort of bank account you may have overseas, it may be up to 50% of the unreported balance per year, plus interest, plus penalties, plus possible jail time. So it's civil and criminal. So I don't think that that's going to unwind. I don't think the US is going to unwind their position. And more importantly, when you look at other countries, they may be following suit. Typically the US and another country called Eritrea are the only two countries in the world which have citizenship-based taxation, but increasingly a number of wealthy countries are saying, and not even wealthy countries like the Europeans but other emerging markets are also saying there are circumstances where even though you've left your country of citizenship, there may be fallback rules that would apply, and you still maintain their reach. You're still within the reach of that tax net, even though you no longer reside there. So situations where you could have severed tax residency before are no longer being allowed. And this is a trend that we've been seeing for decades now. And therefore, I don't think the world is suddenly going to reverse track, and I don't think the US is going to either. There's no political mileage in it. There's too much to be gained by continuing in the present trajectory. Sorry. Be the conveyor of bad news, Joe.
So if you're a 6, 7, or 8-figure investor, entrepreneur, or business owner who needs a tailor-made solution from a qualified team of professionals, we can help you achieve the international lifestyle, the freedom, and even the tax savings you're looking for. Visit us at htj.tax and live that international life.